This is a Lego gun that actually shoots. Now before we get into how I built my own gun, let's take a look at how an actual dart gun works. And we'll use your basic Nerf gun as an example. When you pull the hammer back, an air pocket is formed and a chamber is connected to. Then, once you push the trigger, all the air is forced out of that chamber, pushing against the back of the bullet, forcing the bullet to come out of the front of the gun. Now, mine is a little different, in that mine is not going to be powered by air, but by rubber bands. So basically, this is how my gun is going to work. Basically, there's going to be two pegs sticking out of the side of the gun on both sides. One of them is going to be attached to a rectangle shape, and the other is just going to be attached to the rest of the gun. The rectangle shape is going to be inside a chamber inside of the gun, and there's going to be a rubber band stretched across both pegs. There's going to be another smaller chamber in which the bullet is going to sit. Now I needed something to keep the rectangle shape from just flying forward because of the rubber band, so I decided to put some sort of blockage there. Now there's a major mistake in this design, see if you can catch it. Now my hope was that if you took the blockade out, the rectangle shape would fly forward, pushing the bullet out of the gun. Now like I said, there's a major mistake in this design, and if you haven't figured it out yet, I'll tell you later. Alright, now to get to the actual build. At the beginning, I was just kind of digging around randomly, because I didn't exactly know what pieces I was going to use for this thing. In future, if I ever do something like this again, I probably will map out the exact pieces that I'm going to use. That could save some time, but yeah, I eventually did get onto a pretty good speed. And right here, you can see the moment I realize I made a giant mistake in the design. Now this is that major mistake in the design, and if you've already figured it out, just skip ahead a few seconds. Now I didn't even realize that with that extra bullet chamber up there, when you pulled out the blockade, it wouldn't do anything. The bullet chamber would still be blocking any movement. So I needed to make an adjustment. And my adjustment was I was going to make the chamber a little bit longer. The bullet chamber wouldn't go all the way back to the rectangle shape. The back end of the bullet would just kind of hang off the chamber. And when you released the blockade, the rectangle shape would fly forward, hitting the bullet out of the gun. The one thing that did make me kind of nervous about this model is the fact that a lot of the pieces were pretty loose. It didn't seem like it was going to be able to stay together very well, but I was going to try it anyway because I just wanted to know if it would actually work or not. So, yeah, let's get to that test video. Alright, first test fire. I'm pretty nervous right now. I did have to add another firing mechanism up here at the top because this part here was really uneven. It kept tipping over this way, so I wanted to have a nice firm place to sit. So let's get this thing loaded and try it out. Yeah. Okay. So Here we go. Not quite sure how I'm gonna do this. Unfortunately, the exact thing that I didn't want to happen happened. When I tried to pull out both pieces at the same time, it just fell apart. And I knew I needed to rethink my design. So, after a little bit of planning, I finally came out with a design that I liked. And this is the design I came out with. And as you can see, it's a lot shorter, and the rectangle shape is now a square shape. And there is no bullet chamber. It all happens in one chamber. So basically, it would work the same way. I would pull out the little piece, and the square shape would fling the bullet out of the gun. Alright, second test shot. This model is a little more compact than the previous build. It's got, I think, a little bit better design. Let us do this. 3, 2, 1. So I actually did it. I built a Lego gun that shoots little darts. May have taken a little bit of frustration to get there, but luckily it didn't take me nearly as long as I thought it would. So, yeah. I will see you in the next one. Toodles. I shouldn't have said that.